Hey, everybody. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. Yes, that's right. It's time for Sarcastic Distractions, the interesting podcast for interesting people. Featuring, as always, the Gentleman's Society of Podcasting. Myself, Harvey. My heterosexual life mate, David.
Hello.
And that ever-loving, oh-so-cool guy, AJ.
Boom, 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 boom.
That was some excellent kettle drum playing. Good job, sir.
That was well done.
It was.
Yeah, right on.
I'm very impressed.
Yeah, really good. It's stable for really anything we're in our topic today.
Well, yeah.
You kind of need it.
That's right.
In every movie.
I know.
Exactly, for sure. Topic of conversation today, we're going to talk about our favorite film soundtracks. But more importantly, also what goes into making a good film soundtrack. Like, that's a good sound bite you put in there, AJ.
That'll be on our sound effects
Good job.
episode.
That's
There
right.
it is, there
Exactly.
it is.
Yeah. Our Foley episode. Exactly. So, yeah, we're going to talk about our favorite film soundtracks and kind of what makes a good one. And what we like, what we don't like, and all that fun
Well,
stuff.
so first thing, I do want to ask a question before we get too deep
Sure.
into this. Are we only focusing on, movie soundtracks, or are we also including musical movies? Because I was like, because already, everybody knows my favorite, Blues Brothers, right off the top.
Sure.
Like
That's
an
true.
amazing soundtrack. But it's a movie that really is, I know it's not
It's
a
a
true
musical.
musical, but
Yeah.
it's,
Well, may as well be.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
So, you're asking, does, Little Shop of Horrors count?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Probably in a category of their own.
I
Yes,
love the
yes and no.
Well, it's just singing in the rain, like movies that are all about music with it. Because my big challenge is I love musicals. I adore musical movies. Right.
Yep. That's cool. That's fun.
I love it's like, okay, Dave.
Chris loves them.
Yeah.
Listen,
They're his favorite.
I've gone on the record saying I'm not a big fan of musicals. However, I've grown to appreciate and like certain ones, and there have been ones that have caught me. I can't say that I don't like all of them.
Rocky
because-
Horror.
Rocky Horror.
Well, let's talk
the
about
Book of
those
Mormon.
two then.
All
Okay.
right, sure.
So let us start off with musicals.
And is this a specifically film and TV musical?
Oh, now we've extended
pieces?
even further.
Oh, I just want to make sure. Film. We're not talking like actual plays, right?
Not like actual. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Let's stay in the realm of.
Well, now what
filmy
if it
film.
is a movie based on a play? That
Yes.
is-
I would say that counts.
That counts.
Yes, that counts. That counts.
This counts?
These-
Yes.
The rules might be made up, but they matter. They
Okay,
matter.
okay. Well,
They
because
matter.
it's very important that we get the rules set out so we can really target and explain and really delve into those manners that are most appropriate.
So talk about your favorite pastime musical, Dave. Tell us.
Well, to be honest, it's just those. Like when this topic came up, my first thing it was like, oh shit. Well, this is Blues Brothers. This is
Yeah.
Rocky Horror Picture Show. But I realized that, and we'll talk about it, that as much as I love those movies because they are based around audio, song, that whole environment,
Mhm.
there are also a good chunk of other flicks that, while the movie's playing, I love the music, but also just the soundtrack on its own. And they're not a musical movie. It's just I always tie it as that amazing thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's all.
For sure.
Because I've already talked quite a bit about how much I love Blues Brothers and
That's true.
Rocky
That's
Horror
pretty
Picture
good.
Show.
This is
And-
true.
Both are amazing.
so I just wanted to call that out that those are the amazing movies.
Ah.
Now, if you want to talk about your substandard versions and other things, feel free.
Substandard.
Yeah, I can't say I'm a fan of the musical genre. There's very few musical movies that I enjoy. I don't know if I'd call Blues Brothers one. I'd say it has a
Well.
great soundtrack, and they do have, the stage performance sort of thing.
Mhm.
I would consider a musical more where the song is almost a part of the dialogue,
Okay, that's fair.
right? So
yeah, that's
like
fair.
your Rocky Horror Picture Show
Yeah.
or Little Shop of Horrors,
Horrors.
which would be my favorite.
Yeah.
I think Little Shop of Horrors is great. Not only as a story and a play and a movie, but the songs are good too.
Nice.
Would you consider like Frozen or those Pixar films musicals?
Yeah, like Disney.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
favorite Disney movies are the ones that don't have like the,
Well,
the break into song.
For
Lion King was one of my
Moments.
favorites. Or,
sure. Oh yeah.
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 Well, I liked
Or Aladdin.
Was it Treasure of Atlantis? The Atlantis movie?
Mm-hmm.
There's no singing in that one.
Yeah.
Zootopia. There's no singing in
Yes,
that.
there is.
One. One
I
song.
don't want to sing it too much because I don't want to get copyrighted.
One song.
Copyrighted. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's true.
But it's not like,
That's true.
your Beauty and the Beast and
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. I don't know why. I just don't. It's
You're not a fan of Disney pulling on your heartstrings like that?
it's cheesy. It's cheesy.
Yeah, it's good cheesy.
I like Tommy. Tommy was okay.
Yeah,
The
that was a good
musical
one.
Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because it was the rock and the roll.
Mhm.
That's true.
But like I found things like I can appreciate and understand why people like it. Like I appreciated Phantom of the Opera
Yeah.
when I
Mhm.
saw it.
Love
I
it.
didn't like it.
Oh, okay.
Well,
It was boring,
Ah.
but I appreciated it.
yeah.
What
The
made you
scale of the
What
art.
made you think it was boring?
I don't know. It was just
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just, it was just meh.
Yeah.
Overrated.
By all those people. All
Overrated.
those millions
All
of
those-
people.
Millions of people over the past century or so. Yeah, For sure.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
They're
Overrated.
wrong.
They're
Yeah.
overrated.
They're wrong.
Well, the other new thing I actually, and again, I do love it, is not only musicals, but you get the whole movies about musical stars in which they're basically just singing out all of their songs throughout the movie.
Oh,
For
like
sure.
like a Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, Bohemian.
Yeah.
By the way, the Bohemian
Rock
Rhapsody,
Man.
I didn't watch that one for the longest time. Finally ended up watching it.
Uh-huh.
And just the end alone, where you basically, now, yeah, it's their redo, but it's basically everything on the end stage, like just over, like the 19 or whatever the year.
Live Aid.
Live Aid.
Yeah.
Like that was basically the entire Queen Live Aid concert.
Right.
I got to watch.
Right.
I was like, wow.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I
Yeah.
agree.
It was nice.
Yeah, we can talk about whatever about the liberties they took with the story, whatever. But the fact of that being that, yeah, you're right. That was really great. You pretty much got to watch that whole performance.
Yeah, I basically got
fucking
to
awesome.
watch a high def version of Live Aid.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Which I loved. Yeah.
That was really good. I agree.
So yeah, that's another great one where it's one of those. I wouldn't call it the soundtrack of the movie is amazing. It's they have took all this music and made a great movie.
Yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense.
Yeah, that's gonna be
I
my.
gotcha.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah.
Kind of like Spinal Tap, only different.
Yeah,
True.
just a little different.
Kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, kind of,
Same,
but
but not
different.
really the same. Yeah. Oh man, I don't even know if I have a favorite musical. I might just because I loved the performance. Would Ray count? The Ray Charles?
I think that'd be
Biography?
more like what
Okay.
what Dave was just talking about, like more of a musical biopic,
Yeah,
Yeah.
right? Because you wouldn't really say that like
Well, then I mean,
Walk the Line would
there's-
just be different as well.
yeah, South Park the movie. That was a pretty good musical.
I would consider that a musical.
1,000% it's a
Yeah.
musical.
I would say that's a musical
Couldn't
for
question
sure.
it. Kyra's mom is a big bitch. Like that's like the line in the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then there's
Good.
Blame Canada and
that was
the
always a good
Perfect
one.
Little
For
Mountain
sure.
Town
For
song,
sure.
and yeah, I would say that would be akin to.
If we're gonna do musicals, I mean, yeah.
Well, I was
Because I was thinking, like, I've actually. This is gonna sound lame. The majority of musicals I've seen have been in play form. I mean, yeah, I've seen musical
Mhm.
shows and movies, but mostly it's crazy to say that. Actually, I've seen more musicals as an actual play than as an actual film.
I think it's
That's
also
interesting.
yeah, it's because they're the popular thing too.
Typically speaking,
Yeah, you don't really
yeah.
see plays.
No.
Really.
No.
Not that they don't exist. They do exist.
It is a rare thing,
but
though.
it's
You're
more
right.
of a you generally, especially for like big market things like where you can easily get in get out type thing, those are generally musicals.
I bet if you looked on like the top 25 plays in production right now, I'd say 24 of them are musicals.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
The plays like you're talking about that are just, pardon me, just acting.
Mm-hmm.
Probably more of an off Broadway
thing.
sort of thing,
Yeah.
as it were, they would call it, right? So the more major mainstream ones, you have your Wicked,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah. Good
and
call.
things akin to
For sure.
Things akin to Wicked.
Yeah. Okay.
Book of Mormon.
Okay. I'll give. Okay. How about Moulin Rouge?
Yeah, that would be. I would say that'd be a musical
Yeah, I'd like that movie. I think I did.
because there. I believe.
No, I did like that.
I believe there are songs that pertain to the scenes or the action or whatever's going on in the movie.
Yeah.
other than rehashes of popular songs.
That movie made me think a lot about the transformation of songs with what they did with
Yeah,
the Nirvana tunes and the.
It was
other
good.
alternatives. Yeah,
It was good.
Baz Luhrmann's great though. He's fantastic.
another movie that did that was the Romeo and Juliet
Oh yeah.
with Leonardo DiCaprio, and they-
Timeless for our generation.
yeah, they
for sure.
they kind of had their own twist on certain songs, right? Like they did, was it "When Doves Cry" by Prince
Yep.
in a kind of like gospel-y church choir
Choir.
sort of thing,
For
Yep.
sure.
which it was beautiful. It was a
Mhm.
beautiful song, but
Mhm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That is one of my
that had a good
favorites, too.
soundtrack too.
Yep.
Sure.
That had a pretty decent soundtrack too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a great soundtrack. I like it. Okay, so there's a musical. What other musical ditties?
Ditties.
The-
Diddy.
yeah, I'm trying to think of other musical movies or shows.
So you're not a
Movies.
Disney movie fan?
That's my wife, and she is, and like,
Mm. Well, that's Aladdin.
pardon me,
Aladdin was always one of the best.
Yeah,
the animated or the live action?
Oh, the animated. I don't. They haven't made a live action.
it doesn't exist.
There is no live action
No.
remake of the really, really well done animations in the 90s.
Uh-huh.
They have not recreated any of those
At
with
all?
live
Not a
actors.
single
Not
one?
a single one.
No.
No.
Oh, wow.
None of those exist.
No.
Right.
No. Which I think is great. It's
Just-
good for Disney to not try to remake those
Just
in
like
live action.
Yeah.
It's just like the movie with Sinbad where he's a genie. That doesn't exist. Doesn't exist.
Never happened.
Nope.
Never happened.
That was Shaq. Never happened.
Yeah, well, yeah. Bare necessities. I'm not a big Disney film fan because I don't know. It just feels like they're trying to hook you. You know what I mean? Like watching their stuff now, it just feels like they're trying
Oh,
to
they
draw
It's a
you
commercial.
in. Yeah.
It's to sell toys.
Yeah, it's for kids.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, you know, what they do it well, right?
They do, and I have to give a bit of a head nod because even for some of the newer kid Disney things that come out, it's no longer just a princess looking for a man to save the
True.
day. They have actually extended out a bit more, where it's a little bit more of a, yeah, you know, it's not perfect. Nobody's perfect, but
No.
it's just people trying to do themselves, whether they're male, female, whatever.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Just letting people be them.
Colors don't matter, things like that.
Letting
Yeah,
freak flags fly. Yeah. We got
yeah.
that
So
new
they're
one.
a bit more open on that front.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. So
I'm not saying you have to like them, but it's just
no,
one of those,
no, and
yeah.
I don't want to hate on them either because I mean, there's some, you know, it's
Oh, 'cause they made
and-
Aladdin, so
they did
no.
make Aladdin. Aladdin's pretty freaking great. You know, all those 90s.
Even though
films are pretty
it's still hard for me to watch.
great. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, can't do it.
Well, really?
Yeah, Robin Williams.
Oh, because of Robin.
Can't do it. Makes me sad.
Well, it's supposed to be just that tier, and Robin, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, he's no longer here, but doesn't take away from his amazing performances that he
Well, no.
No.
did. Yeah.
Well, that's a whole.
Anyway, that's
a whole
another
other can of worms.
story. So musical numbers. Well, let's talk about music in film.
Well, no. I guess yeah. Well, there's the musical numbers, and then there's the actual films that, you know, just the soundtrack to the film is
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
See, now that's where I'd put Blues Brothers.
Yeah, and that's
that
fair.
Would be,
I
that
would
would
give
be a really good soundtrack. They're just, yeah,
For sure.
because yeah, those songs they're also not original songs made for that production,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right, they
all of
worked
those
them in.
songs were covers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because you got things like Purple Rain. That was the one on my list also. Like
Okay, well, Purple Rain that would
Yeah.
probably fall into the musical category. I would
Well,
say.
that's just it. It probably does.
Yeah.
But it's one of those funny ones that to me, Purple Rain, the film, okay. But, you know, all the music in Purple Rain.
But, oh, yeah.
Love it.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Great record.
Yeah.
Great record. The
Yeah.
movie was terrible.
It's crazy. The movie was definitely of its time, but
Yeah.
the album is timeless.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Well,
actually.
another one, I'm going to call it out, Bodyguard.
Yeah.
That
for
one,
sure.
definitely a flick.
Okay. Yeah.
Known for its music, for sure.
Yeah.
But I think it has more living through the music
Hmm.
than necessarily the flick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, that movie may never be watched by anybody ever again, but that song, all the songs.
Oh, yeah.
the
all the
whole
songs.
yeah.
soundtrack.
But the
Oh, yeah.
one in
Totally.
particular.
Oh, yeah. But the whole soundtrack was really great. But that
Yeah.
particular, yeah, you're right. It's a good point.
Yeah, so it's another great one that like I look at it and I'm just like, wow, like the movie was okay, but it's the song.
Yeah, it's true.
Right. It's like Titanic with what's her name?
Oh, it's Celine Dion.
Celine Dion, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like, don't be wrong. In that case, the movie's going to live on,
For
but her addition and that, I remember the music video back in the days where music videos were on TV.
Thing, yeah. What a time. What a time.
Oh, I know.
I know.
The 90s for music videos. Oh, we grew up in an amazing
We were
time.
spoiled. We were
Fuck,
spoiled.
were
All
we.
those
Yeah.
fucking Michael Jackson little mini movies.
Oh yeah.
All those, geez. Even the boy bands that we were not a fan of did freaking kick-ass videos back in those days.
Yeah, videos were cool.
They were really cool, right?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Then you get the weird ones like Bjork. Oh my God, stuff Bjork. Such
Yes.
fun stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, Bjork.
Good times. I was thinking of, I don't know if there's any other stories like this, but I think there's one where a soundtrack saved a movie, and I'm thinking of Empire Records, because
See, I always thought that was a good movie. So
it was,
I like
but
the movie
it did
too.
not.
Bias on
But here's the
that.
thing:
Yeah.
it did not. Did it? If I'm wrong, I could be wrong, but did it not get released until after the soundtrack somehow got released?
Oh, I don't know.
I think it was
Became
on video or
popular,
something. Yeah.
and then did something theatrical, which I don't.
I don't think it was ever really in theaters.
Maybe it was never in theaters.
Well, it may have been in like small, but I do know
Yeah,
that it
wasn't like a blockbuster.
No,
movie
no,
or
no, no,
anything
no,
like
no.
that.
It
It's
was
real
a
shame.
direct to
It's
video.
a great movie.
Oh, it's a fucking awesome movie.
such
It's a good movie.
Oh,
I wouldn't call
I
it
love
great. It's a good movie because it's the time, the people.
That was in a time of my life where like it was High Fidelity
I was gonna,
and Empire
High Fidelity
Records
is
were
great.
kinda, it was like the same movie but different
yeah,
almost, right? One was a little more dramatic and funny, and the other one was just kind of silly and
Yeah,
yeah,
teenagey and funny.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
High Fidelity is good.
I was just
gonna
gonna say that's another of my favorite musical films. What a way to work in music,
Yeah.
into the fabric of your
And that's-
dialogue.
That's kind of going on to the Quentin Tarantino
Mm-hmm.
aspect of it too, right? Where he uses music while he's writing.
Yeah,
Sometimes, if not most times, he'll have the playlist picked while he's writing,
Right,
so he can
right.
get the feeling
mm-hmm.
of whatever he's putting together.
hmm
And yeah, so if that's what you're gonna do,
Absolutely.
if that's how you're
Yeah.
gonna present the movie, why not have that?
But the High Fidelity had like, you're right, and I mean Tarantino's the king of, in my opinion, the king of cinema and music,
Mm.
the blending together. I don't know if anybody's ever quite done it better. But when it comes to High Fidelity, I feel like that was the first time that I saw there was like a direct relation of the main characters kind of breaking the fourth wall with the use of the music through conversation and obviously through playing through the music store that I think I had seen. And I thought that was a very interesting kind of connection to have with music of a film. I could be wrong. Maybe it has been done before.
It depends on perspective, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I could see it when he's kind of making that mixtape.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And seeing how that
Yeah.
mixtape plays out throughout his journey
Yeah.
back to, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought that was it. I mean, for me, I was inspired and I
Yeah.
took template pieces of that. For
Well,
my
yeah,
soundtrack
that,
life
yeah,
sort of
yeah,
thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was kind of neat. So,
But I think of like Footloose as a one
Oh,
where,
yeah.
often while the song was going on,
Mhm.
and yes, there was random dancing in the factory and great moves, but still, there was not so much talking to us, but it was giving you the feel.
Yeah.
It was very 80s, right?
indeed.
Like
indeed.
Rocky was also great. And you name a
Oh.
Rocky flick from, before the remakes, and there's always a great musical scene.
That's true. They're all
That's,
And they're
that's where
training.
you got your montage.
Yeah, it's the montage, the musical montage.
for sure. For sure. How do you feel about musicals that only like sing? When it's only singing?
Sorry, for which one?
When any, like, I'm trying to think of a.
I
guess
don't know if I know of any.
Les Mis is like that, or is Miss Saigon?
No, Les Mis has some speaking.
No, it's Miss
moments.
Saigon. I'm confused.
Yeah,
I'm
I've
sorry.
never seen Miss Saigon.
See, I don't think I've ever seen
I've never seen.
a production where it's all singing.
Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be like an operistic thing you would.
Yeah,
be
that'd be
very
more
opera.
like yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna. That kind of goes on to one of my favorite, and I mean it's a lot of people's favorites, but one of my favorite movies for music is Star Wars,
Mm-hmm.
because there's not one scene in that movie
that there's not music.
that there's not music.
John
Right? There's
Williams,
always something going on in the background
Yeah.
of a scene. to
Elevate.
really elevate the mood of the storytelling.
Help direct the movie.
Yeah. Whereas, I mean, you see a lot of standard movies, your action movies or your comedy movies, and there's
Explosions.
whole, 45 minutes and there's no music. Or,
Right.
It's funny you bring that up with the Star Wars-y reference, not so much the 40 minutes of no music, but I just recently, because I wanted to, I don't know why, watched Karate Kid 2. And I never realized how much music is actually in that film.
Oh, yeah.
And again, it's just in that background and it's just random and it just fits the moment, really helps direct in that quiet way. And I was like, shit. I was
awesome.
actually impressed. Yeah.
I want to watch those again. Those are great movies.
very, very much so.
Yeah. We had this discussion. 1, 2, great. After that,
What?
3.
no.
Yeah. I know 3 kind of had, but 3's has got enough legs to round out the trilogy. However, after that,
Yeah.
There was nothing else after that.
that's right.
That's
until
right.
Cobra Kai.
That's until Cobra Kai.
It went Karate Kid 3, Cobra Kai.
For
Cobra
sure,
Kai.
for
Nothing
sure.
in between.
There's
Not
nothing
a
in between.
single thing
No.
in between.
2 movies didn't happen.
That's right. Just lost of the
I love that we
Yeah.
specifically know that 2 did not happen.
That's right. 2 did not work.
2. They could have put 2 in between that time span, but they didn't.
They did not.
No.
Because they're very smart and intelligent.
Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't realize how much of a musical movie.
Well, no, it's not really musical. It's just the music in it. Like they really
Well,
do
yes,
a great job.
there's a difference between music and a score,
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So when you have a movie that has a score underneath all of the scenes, it kind of helps direct.
Yes. Yeah.
you know,
Makes
kinda-
you feel the right way.
In a way, it tells you how to feel too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Gives you that hint, nudge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be sad when that person is dying.
Yes.
Quiet,
right.
soft. Not happy sound music.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I think it's a certain.
Justice is dead, or so Jay thinks. Sorry, it's a weird song from. Anyways, hang on.
You random human. No, I like that too. There's a few shows and movies that'll do that where they'll have a song with the lyrics pertaining to what just happened
Baked
some
into it?
funny sort of way. Yeah,
Yeah.
like your Team America kind of stuff.
It's really Team America.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
pretty much everything Matt and Trey do is self-referential some way.
That's
shape, or
true.
form,
That's
right?
true.
So to write their music like that, just
Playing through the
sense.
game right now. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Speaking of great scores, what about Top Gun?
Oh, Top Gun.
Classic.
That's a
Yep.
great. That's both a great score and a great music.
Back in
choice.
Kenny Loggins'
Heck
heyday.
yeah.
Yep.
No,
Because that would have been around the time. So he did Danger Zone,
Yeah.
and then I'm All Right,
Yeah.
and then Footloose,
Right.
and, right? Like he was
Man,
just.
he was the man.
It was all about the movie themes.
Kenny Loggins. Yeah.
Mhm.
He was the best.
But yeah, there was some good music in that too.
Yeah.
Oh, there was.
Horror movies in the 80s had great music.
Yeah, they did.
And you had your John Carpenters and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that.
I can't
Very
think of
iconic.
any. Iconic, yes. Yeah.
Well, yeah, yeah.
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 But I wouldn't listen to it on its own, personally.
You wouldn't.
No.
There are people.
There are people.
There are
Yeah,
people.
that's the
There
thing,
are
like,
people. You name some sort of thing, and there's
Yeah,
a
it's true.
person.
We're in
There's
a
a people for
time
that.
where I've been introduced. There are people that just listen to scores of random films.
Well, scores,
which
I
is
get.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or they'll listen to chip music,
Yeah.
like little.
But that would be part of the score.
Yeah.
That theme song, right?
Well, that's true, because one thing I'll give to especially movie scores, my general, because I have to admit I do this sometime. I will put on random movie scores. Hey, Google, play random movie scores.
yeah.
And the reason is because oh shit, my phone just turned on. The reason is it's just that it's a nice classical background sound
Yeah.
with a bit of emotion to it, and they're usually 4 minutes.
Oh yeah,
That's true. That's true.
Nikki will listen to the Mandalorian soundtrack
Oh yeah, that's great.
when she wants to kind of relax and chill
Nice.
out. Yeah.
Nice. Great soundtrack is the Tron Legacy.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Really?
Daft Punk, right?
Yeah, Daft Punk.
Oh, okay, nice.
I like it. But if you don't like electronic, then
No, it's good. It's just I wouldn't knock it at all. It's just kind of okay, it's good. Like for me, Dirty Dancing, amazing. Like, come on,
That was also in the day where there were more actual songs.
true.
That's true.
Because again, that would be I would call that a soundtrack.
I would
versus
agree.
a score.
Yeah,
Oh,
there is
yeah.
score in that movie, but that's just to tie scenes together. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
to-
yeah.
it's
No,
not
that's
to-
definitely a soundtrack.
for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. But yeah, I hear you saying that is a soundtrack movie. If we're gonna go that front, I mean, The Matrix. But all three of those albums, soundtracks. Are
Oh, the
fucking
first
great.
one.
Oh, legend.
Can't say I'm a fan.
Oh, I
What?
Yeah.
Shut up! Get out! Get out, AJ!
am.
Get out! You're not even allowed to be here no more.
No, I don't do the industrial.
Oh, that's
Oh,
weird.
I have to
See, that's
admit,
strange.
I have moments of just I need that sound.
Moments. That's my life sound right there.
I wouldn't say life, but definitely it's a moment where I just want.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I think they're all good soundtracks. And although I haven't heard in a very long time, I still have fond memories of that old Spawn movie. That
The original
soundtrack.
one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the original had a
Yeah,
really
yeah.
great soundtrack
It did.
behind it. Yeah.
Very dark and just that.
Twisting different artists together.
Yeah, it was a lot of collabs.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
yeah.
They mixed into the music, and that's what made that great because the movie. I haven't seen that in 20 years. The music, I've listened to it.
Oh, sure. Yeah. For
it's
sure.
in my list.
Metallica was mad about that.
Why?
It's because they didn't authorize that collab.
Oh, wow.
If you find
Really?
copies of it before a certain time, it'll have that track on it, and then after that time, it won't.
Oh, geez.
Intriguing.
Metallica pissed? That never happens.
They never get
happens.
angry.
That
Shit.
wasn't around the Napster time either.
No.
No, because that never happened.
That never happened either.
No.
Exactly. Is that why that movie tanked? Was it because it was a bad
Yeah.
movie? It's because Metallica.
Yeah.
It was like, we're not.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not putting out that song.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
No, had nothing to do with the terrible visual effects.
Yeah, nothing to do with that. It had nothing to do with the fact that Spawn, a character known with a cape, saw a cape for what, 20 whole
Yeah.
seconds in the whole
And a mask.
Yeah, the mask. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, for sure.
I remember seeing that in the theater. My father, we were the only two in this entire effing theater.
Amazing. Amazing.
It was a good time.
Oh, I hope they do make a really great Spawn movie, like outside of the animated.
That's coming,
stuff they're
apparently.
done. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, it's one of those. For me, it's just will I go back and rewatch the entire movie? Probably not. But it has a warm spot in my heart.
Agreed. And that soundtrack is so good.
And the soundtrack is
So
great.
good.
Yeah.
Speaking of soundtracks made for movies,
Yeah.
Prince, Batman,
Oh
Yeah, good call out.
Absolutely.
Shit.
going on the
Yeah, that's
the,
a very
the
good call out.
superhero
Indeed.
Yeah.
I
superhero
was
theme.
just thinking about him because I was watching. Shout out to the Pitch Meeting channel.
Oh yeah.
They just did it for the old Batman movies, and I was just talking about the whole Prince thing about how they're not really crazy; they're just punks. So, but they're talking about how great the song was. I'm like, yeah, fucking, that song was amazing, and it was written for that movie, was it not?
The whole
I think the whole thing
album,
was.
Yeah.
Like if you buy the Batman soundtrack from 1989, it's a Prince record.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
That's unreal.
With a little bit of styling for Batman, but otherwise, it's
exactly.
it's
There
Prince.
there could be some soundtrack like score stuff on there, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't
But I
know.
remember there was also a time when they'd release both. They'd release
Yes.
like the pop songs
Right,
yeah.
from the movie and then
Yeah.
the score to the
Yeah.
to the
Do they
movie.
do that anymore?
I don't know.
You can get scores because I mentioned
Sure.
I've asked for on Google, but I don't know about releases or anything like that.
Because I feel like, when was the last time I did that? I remember purchasing a score and a soundtrack.
Okay, but wait a
For the
minute.
same
When was the last time
movie.
you purchased a CD?
I know. That's what I was trying to remember. When was that? Shit, must have been like 5, 6, 7 years, 8. I don't know.
Oh man, I don't remember. Fuck yeah, I don't know the last time I purchased a CD.
I don't know either. Actually, shit. It
I know.
would have been.
I know the last time I purchased a CD, but it was a special thing. It was for Tool's Fear Inoculum. I was able to get a hold of
okay.
one of the limited
Yeah.
release CDs. But outside of that, I mean,
Yeah, the last time I purchased a CD, I think was back in the early 2000s,
I still have,
mid maybe.
I have a number of them. Wow, a lot of them from that time. By the way,
Uh,
Still-
It
I
was
have
funny.
quite a few.
Yeah.
I had a full box, like a good sized box of CDs.
Yeah.
I sold them at a garage sale for $50.
wow,
It was good.
I think the last CD I bought, aside from an independent artist,
Uh-huh.
like at a show or something, I think the last CD I would have bought would have been like Foo Fighters' Greatest Hits or something.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I won that album actually off the radio. That's nice.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Nice. It was a fun little album. Yeah, I don't. Oh man, buying CDs. Well, Alan Cross. Shout out to Alan Cross. If you don't watch, listen
yes.
to the
Yeah.
music of everything.
The
Awesome.
Sundays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's great. He's thinking about going back into his CD collection for his love of CDs and going back through and listening. I'm like, Oh man, I'm gonna find a CD player if I wanted to do that.
Well, this is just the thing, though.
Flea market.
Yeah, well, it's funny. You could find an LP player or a record player easier than a CD player.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
I can't even play CDs on my game consoles. My PS5 or PS4. They don't operate at all.
Oh, really? The PS4 doesn't.
I thought the PS4 did.
Oh,
but
it might. But actually, I don't think it does because I think
know.
we tried to play an audio CD and it did not work.
Okay.
But that's worth an experience.
I still have a CD player in my
I
truck.
do not.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have a CD
But
player.
it's weird and like kind of hidden. It's not integrated
showing
into
off.
it's kind of like it's down here above the little cubby hole in front of the stick shift.
Yeah, that's the only CD player I have.
Yeah, well, hey, I remember we go for drives, and I would make CD play. And again, that great time period where you could do CDs in the car that would play MP3s.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
That was a
good
time.
time. Oh man,
you could just pack those things full of
we
songs.
pride ourselves on the mixes we could put together. Oh, geez, yeah.
I kind of wish I'd kept like even a list or something, but they're all gone now.
Oh,
well, that was the soundtrack to your life.
Yeah,
it was a mixed CD or a mixtape.
Whatever
right?
was popular at the time.
Indeed. For sure. Yeah. Recording off the radio. Hilarious.
Well, that's a whole different.
Yeah. That's a whole other story.
That's different.
That's another thing to talk about another day. But music, movies, the best. Have you guys been impressed with anything recently?
That's not a musical or about a musical star.
Yeah. Oh,
there's the comic booky movie. That one's been fun.
Which one?
The Space Cock. Thank you. Yes, that one.
Oh, Guardians. Yeah, that's fantastic.
That one's a good one. Soundtrack. Like that's a good movie where the movie's not about music, but there's great effing music in it.
The soundtracks to those, that definitely stands out.
Indeed. Yeah, they're phenomenal.
Yeah, that'd probably be the most recent I can think of.
Speaking of superheroes, I was just thinking. I know it's not a movie, but the show Peacemaker, which is the superhero-y show with John Cena in it, that soundtrack is amazing.
It's got some interesting 80s.
Yeah, it's all 80s
metal.
glam metal.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And but it's all part of the story too. Like it's not just in there for the sake of being in there.
I think some of those bands are even made up.
I thought so too.
for the movie.
But then I saw I thought
show.
that theme song, Wigwam, whatever. I thought that was totally made up for the show. No, they're a real band. I was like, oh yeah, okay, all right. But I wonder too. I wonder some of those songs. I'm like, come on, that's a little too on the nose. But the way the soundtrack works, the characters' love for that music, it all just kind of works out really well. And then they use the music in fun ways to kind of
Can I tell you a funny story? So I was browsing my channels and the show came up.
Yeah.
But the way it starts, I thought that it was actually not the first episode because of how it starts, where it looks like they're following up on a story that I should be aware of. I'm like, I shouldn't watch this right now. This is really annoying. I realized later on that no, that was the first episode.
Was it? Oh wow! It's a really great show. I know we're talking about.
I still have to watch it.
It's actually I got kudos to John Cena. That guy's transcended.
All right, I will
transcended.
I will go back and rewatch it. Know that first episode when it comes on the telly again. That even though it looks like it's some mid episode, no, it's actually the first.
That's the first.
I think it was episode 4 or 5. That really got to my wife there. It was pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Like heavy, like, yeah.
I thought this was just a fun series.
Like great storytelling. Phenomenal storytelling. But like the story of it is like, fuck man, holy shit.
Yeah.
Really?
It's very
heavy.
It's very lighthearted about heavy ass shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I just thought it was just.
But there's like one specific episode that's all about the character's backstory.
And
it's just
shit.
It's pretty fucking heartbreaking. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, now I don't want to watch the show again.
I was impressed. We don't want to talk about Peacemaker, but just the way, we're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy and we're talking about Peacemaker, both by James Gunn. That man is a fucking master.
Yeah,
master when it comes to bringing music to.
I can see him following. It's kind of following in the same vein as the Tarantino sort of.
Indeed,
right? Using that music to
reinforce
to fuel the scene or
yeah. And I love that, like obviously because of we're both fans of all fans of audiovisual, but I love being able to weave music in to it so that way it's almost seamless, and both those guys do that in a way that's
why that Foo Fighters movie was good.
It was actually, yeah. You don't even realize
because that's what it's about.
That's really
it's about.
Yeah, let's fill David. So we went to go see Studio 66 or 666, which is the Foo Fighters movie, horror
comedy,
movie,
comedy
Right.
horror.
Yeah.
But that was probably the best part. Is the whole premise is they go to this house to make an album,
Right.
and then horror things. Someone gets possessed, and horror things ensue. But because of that, all the music is kind of coming from it's coming from them making this record, but
Right.
it's being used in the background. You don't obviously realize it, but it's elevating the scenes as they go. So it's actually really, really clever.
Well,
how
yeah,
they do that.
because what they did is they kind of used stripped down tracks from that album
Okay.
to be the score of the movie essentially.
Yeah.
And then there was a main song that was trying to be written because it was in this like Necronomicon book, like finish this song and release
Nice.
the gates of hell or something like that. So
Of course.
whoever was possessed by the demon was charged with finishing this song, right? So the main song you hear in it is this song that this like ends up being like a 42-minute
Right.
song or some
Oh,
shit
wow.
like that, with because Dave Grohl comes up with a new chord. It's called the L sharp.
Play L sharp.
The L sharp.
So stupid.
Yeah, spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen it, but too bad. It's good.
Yeah, he just ruined it for them, AJ.
Yeah, totally ruined it for
Because
you.
that's
go.
what they're going for is
Yeah.
the suspense and
Yeah,
dramatic storyline.
That's true.
Right,
That's
yeah,
true.
for sure. That's what we were there
keeping
for.
it under lock and key, right?
Of course. You don't want to get shit for that.
Well, it's funny when you describe it because it reminds me of that other movie where they're trying to recreate the song for the devil or whatever.
Tenacious D.
Tenacious D.
Yeah,
Yeah,
There's
kinda.
another great musical movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that would be a musical
that
Yeah,
would be
for sure.
that one is definitely more music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
David
but a
Finch.
good one. But a good
David Finch directed that movie, or was it Fincher?
one. David Fincher.
Fincher, yes, directed that movie.
What, like Fight Club? David Fincher.
Maybe not. Or was it
What?
my Lynch? Who am I thinking?
Ah,
of?
that's a good call for the music. Fight Club music was a good.
that was
nice.
really
Yeah.
good too.
That
That
was
was
a good
done by the Dust Brothers.
Yeah,
That's
it was
right.
really good
Who were popular
at the time.
techno fellers at the
I
time.
do enjoy techno. I haven't actually been on a techno kick in a while. Now I feel that's not quite techno.
I can introduce you.
Techno's more about.
It's robot music.
I like being a robot.
Yep.
I'll robot.
How
Robot.
better to plan for the future with robot music? Liam Lynch. Sorry, Liam Lynch.
Liam Lynch.
Wow, jeez, brain fart there. Holy
Yes.
smokes. Anyways, also with music. Pick of Destiny is a great musical because they integrate Tenacious D's catalog
Catalogs
music
almost,
Mhm.
yeah.
into that
And
introduce-
newer songs, I
Yeah.
think too. Yeah.
It's really, really clever, and I mean, I know it didn't do very good at the box office, but
I
fuck you
That was
for
one
all
of-
those that say they're a D fan and they're not.
that was one of those movies where I kind of wish it was better. It was
Oh.
like it was okay, but I wanted it to be better.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
it should have had more potential than.
yeah.
yeah,
I feel like they were stifled somewhere. They wanted to make a movie, but somebody said they couldn't make the movie they wanted to make.
it felt like what a Tenacious D movie should be to me. I don't know what you would say, Dave.
I to me it was a good movie about the music and stuff, but it was just very
Nah.
expected. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you expected it all for the most part. Like there were scenes that were entertaining. Yeah, no, like overall it's a good movie. That's why I'll call it. It's a good movie. Is
For
it
sure.
great? Like a must-see? No, but if you like music,
Yeah.
you like action,
Yeah.
you like a bit of comedy, yeah, check it out.
For sure, you're right. There's a weird, like when you listen to their albums, especially when you listen
is fine.
when you listen to the albums from front to back. There's like that wonderful story that your head kind of fills in some stuff that they don't tell you about, so it makes it even better, right? And you don't. Yeah. Anyways, I guess maybe the visual of that kind of takes away a little bit of that mystique.
Yeah. Meatloaf was in it.
Maybe.
He was
Knock to Meatloaf.
fucking right, man.
Dave
Thank you,
Grohl
dude.
was in it.
Dave Grohl's in it. All the greats.
Yeah.
But Kickapoo's amazing.
Those are the two greats.
I know.
Everybody else,
No one
yeah,
else
they're
is.
all right.
No, what's his name from
Ronnie James Dio was in it.
Dio's in it? Yeah.
There were a lot of musical artists.
There
in
was
it,
a lot
for
of
sure.
There were a few. I'm just
sure.
trying to be a
Yeah.
jerk for the funds.
Yeah. But yeah, Meatloaf fucking kicked ass in that.
Oh, he's always
Yeah,
kicked ass when
yeah,
he's in
he's
the
the
flicks. Yeah.
He's been in
yeah.
a lot of really great musical
He was the
things.
best part of the Spice Girls movie. Come on.
He sure was. Agreed.
I don't think I've seen the Spice Girls
He
movie.
was their bus driver.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good on him.
Mr. Loaf.
Right.
That-
Mr.
Mr. Obviously,
I like that.
I mean, Rocky Horror. He was obviously in that.
Well, yeah, Rocky Horror, yeah.
But I mean, like fucking the Battle to Hell videos. All of his videos were like
Very theatrical.
Oh, God,
like
yeah.
12,
Yeah.
15-minute films.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
and everybody loved him. And
Mhm.
who liked Meatloaf. Like, it was never really I wish it was a shorter video or anything.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
no. Like,
No.
We wanted to see the whole video.
Yeah, that was never a thing back then. No one complained about getting these little mini movie masterpieces.
No, and I think part of the reason, because again, now here's me going to demonstrate my age. Meatloaf videos I thought were great. When you go watch videos on the UB2Bs and things of that nowadays, there's sometimes that weird one where they have like a whole acting scene and everything, very Michael Jackson-esque, and I'm not a fan of those. If I want to, because again, I don't want to watch the film for the song. I just want to watch this. I want to watch the song, if that makes any sense.
I think I get you.
I don't know. That's my thing. I'm sticking to it. I like the look I'm getting from AJ right now.
I'm trying to process that statement.
Because there's songs that
Because is the action going on the screen while the music's playing, not the film for the song?
right, but then they'll stop the music and start having a chit chat about something. Like it's in the realm of the song. I'm going to get examples. All right, we'll have an episode about this specifically. I'll find the examples that are in my brain.
All right. Okay.
And you have to watch them all and provide a feedback.
Sure, I'll do it. Done. Sold. We'll put a pin on that one.
Yeah.
And we'll get that for a future
I don't want to ruin
episode.
our future episode.
Yeah, we don't want to. No, we don't want to ruin a future episode. Stay tuned, our tens of fans. Stay
When we
tuned.
talk about music videos on the internet now and how they're
geez.
horrible.
Oh, geez.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Trying to think
okay.
of some other fun
Sorry.
things to think about when it comes to film
Well,
music.
film. I guess we could talk about old TV shows, like Looney Tunes.
Sure.
Looney Tunes would usually have the music would be written for the episode, right?
Right.
So
Way back in the
you
day.
would have that orchestra and everything following what Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner are doing. So you'd have the music would pause when he's like hanging out in midair before he was going to fall in. Right? I enjoyed
For
that.
sure.
It's like
It wasn't like a stock thing or just, hey, that's good enough, let's use it,
Mhm.
sort of thing. It was specific to
what was being done.
what was being done in the scene.
Yeah, Who
Indeed.
Framed Roger Rabbit had scenes like that
Hells
a little
yeah.
bit, didn't they? Yeah.
Oh, for sure. And that
Yeah.
was would be in the same vein.
Yeah, same. It was that same. They were kind of doing a little bit of a knock to,
Yeah, a nod
Yeah.
to that kind of
Yeah.
style of
For sure.
scoring.
the actual band sitting there as the episode's going on and shit.
You gotta love that contrast too. You have that kind of high, quote unquote, highbrow sort of entertainment with an orchestra
Yeah,
Yep.
scoring, silliness
Mhm.
of a cartoon.
Yep.
I think that's wonderful.
it is.
It's
It's good.
really, it's really great. Yeah, I love that.
And again, it's not that stock thing that probably happens in TV and cartoons, probably specifically, where they just go, hey, that sounds like it would fit with that scene, and they already have it in a library of it was
Yeah.
written and recorded 15 years ago, but it's like,
Yeah.
hey, that sounds like it would fit the scene, let's just use it because we own it,
Right.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's actually a good point. I wonder if we could find what song has been part of the most soundtracks.
Oh God.
That's a good.
We could
question.
probably figure that out, no problem.
We probably could.
What-
Let me
with
think
what,
about
what- how could we figure that out? We'd have to put our brains together and
Carrier
lots of
pigeon.
mathematics and carrier pigeons for
Mhm.
sure to figure out what that would be.
Truffle pigs,
Truffle pigs. Definitely truffle pigs.
Yeah.
For sure.
for sure. Truffle pigs.
I'm curious to know what is the most used song. I'm gonna. What's your guess, AJ?
Maybe a Beatles song.
Oh,
That's a good one.
I was gonna think that either Maniac or Lose Control or something.
All Star by Smash Mouth.
Oh, fuck on All Star. Or what about Butterfly by freaking?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my first Google has failed. They're actually just showing me how many songs people sing too often.
Of course, of
No.
course. Well, you're looking that up. One of my favorite movies of recent memory with fucking what a banging soundtrack. Again, very well interwoven into the story's fabric was Baby Driver.
Yes.
Fucking great,
Very
great,
much.
great soundtrack.
Actually, that would probably be one of my recent favorites in regards
honestly,
to how the music
that's a good call.
and the movie
the way it all fit together.
mesh together.
Soundtrack wise, I might put it in my top 10 of all
yeah.
time, maybe top 5. It's so seamless in the way it works.
the editing,
Ah,
phenomenal.
just so good. Just And to have like musical juggernauts like Jamie Foxx, I know he wasn't singing, but be a part of that. You know what I mean? Like, everyone did a great job. Like, I think the film is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
Great movie.
great movie, but the soundtrack just makes it like that much better. You could have shot that or watched the whole thing without any music and be like, oh yeah, it's still a pretty good film. Yeah, it's pretty fun. But it's like music.
But adding it to the
Yeah.
and having it be one of the characters' quirks.
Yes. Yeah.
I think was a big part of it too. If it wasn't, then it would just be something,
It would be
why?
Yeah, why? It's like, okay, yeah, it's cool.
But no, this is
Music.
this is what's going on in his brain
Right.
at that moment in time, for sure.
And great job on Edgar Wright to be able to time the music to certain events.
Well, and that's what I was saying, the editing.
Yeah. Oh,
right?
yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
The film editing to the music was phenomenal.
Those guys earn their freaking money on
yeah.
that job for sure. Sorry.
Nice.
Yeah, sorry. Come back.
There's
Baby
no,
driver.
there's
Baby
no
driver.
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, Dave.
Yeah, you don't have to, well,
Sorry.
for what?
Sorry.
You
Sorry,
said,
sorry.
okay.
Sorry, Dave.
Sorry, Dave.
Sorry, Dave.
Sorry.
Sorry, Dave.
Sorry.
Sorry, Dave.
Dave's in. Jesus.
Did you find out the song for us, sir?
So, based on this wonderful research I've executed on for the past couple of weeks, and actually, I'm not surprised. Spirit in the Sky.
Oh, fuck yeah. That makes
I have heard that thing a lot of places.
That makes sense.
It does.
Good song too. Good
Yeah.
too.
Great track. Yeah, for sure.
Fortunate Son, Born to Be
Fortunate Son.
Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet Home
Oh,
Alabama.
okay. Fortunate Son. There were a lot of war movies back in the 70s.
Yeah,
For sure,
exactly.
yeah.
About the 70s.
Staying Alive.
Used that.
Yeah.
Staying alive.
Yeah. Bad to the bone.
So funny story.
Hallelujah.
That's hilarious.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. It's in like almost every movie. That song. It
That's
really.
true.
Everything, definitely.
Everything from Shrek to Justice League.
Yeah.
It's all there somehow. Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, there's a contribution, Canada. We donated. We gave Hallelujah to the world.
But it's not even that version that's the
I
popular
know.
one.
I know. It's
Yeah,
not.
no,
Yeah.
it isn't.
No, that's
Nope.
right.
It's usually like the Jeff Buckley
It's-
one that you get or something.
It's the same as the Gordon Lightfoot's "If You Could Read My Mind." Like that's not the version anybody listens to anymore because it's been covered so many different times, right?
Which
So,
song?
If you could read my mind, I don't want to get copyright in trouble. Okay, so.
Well, no, you don't worry. You won't get copyright.
they're not gonna be able to-
Copyright will
yeah.
be fine. Don't worry about copyright.
They're not gonna give a shit.
It takes care of itself.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
There's SoCan and ASCAP. They'll get their money somehow.
So get out, Cap.
Yeah, it is actually very important. Everybody keep paying the SoCan ASCAP stuff because it's very important for my life.
That's right. Exactly. Please
Yeah.
do. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
We need that. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, it's for my ASCAN.
That's what- your TikTok channel is just your ass.
Oh no, I don't believe in TikTok. Sorry,
Okay, sorry.
I'm not a TikTok.
Didn't
no.
happen.
No,
No,
I'm
no,
not a
no.
TikToky guy.
I don't believe it. I don't believe in it.
No,
He's on OnlyFans, but not TikTok.
yeah.
Well, the boy's got to earn a payday. Like he's got, he's got to make some money.
He's got to earn a payday or a O. Henry, whichever.
That makes me
Ooh,
wonder.
nice.
Can anybody just start up like an OnlyFans account, or do you need like some sort of
So sorry, we start
to
with.
start up an OnlyFans account?
I think you might need lady parts
Do you need lady parts? Is that a thing?
to be popular.
Okay, yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, for sure. There might be some
You know
people
what?
out
I'm
there.
going to look this up because I just have this thing popping in my mind. I can just picture it now. My wife's going to come into my office. I'm going to have no shirt on, just like a puffy thing to try and get my breast to stick out a bit more or something. And just, what are you doing? I'm singing. I'm singing along. I'm having some fun on video.
OnlyFans. I'm just looking at me like OnlyFans.
I just
You get out of here. It's $9.99.
I'm waiting for Dave to show up on camera in some sort of like Britney Spears schoolgirl outfit.
No, you know what I want to get? I want to get that. I can't remember the fellow's name, but he goes around and says holy bad things to people randomly who thinks he pretends to be an interviewer, shit like that.
Oh no, not.
Nardwar.
I can't remember his name, but anyway, he has this wonderful bathing suit that is basically just that line.
Oh, Borat.
No,
Borat,
Borat. You
yes.
want the mankini.
I want
Yes.
that bathing suit.
Ah, yes.
So I've already told Shan that I'm not going to do any special exercising because it's important for me to share the person I am. But come summertime, when we go to the beach, to the Grandy Bend, I'm going to put on one of those.
Hey, audience, if you want to see Mr. Dave throw on one of these mankinis for our channel, we have a new Buy Me a
Fundraising.
Coffee link that you can throw money at. We'll happily take that money to buy one of these mankinis for Dave.
One of these.
Yes, one of those.
Yeah.
Yep, that's
yeah.
one of the things I want to get.
I love it. Yeah. Well,
$14.95.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I want to get one from the actual store because I want to make sure it fits proper and shows off.
Oh, I don't know if you can actually buy them physically in a store, Dave.
Oh no.
No. No, I don't think you can actually go to a store
I think you
and
can
buy
try
a
them on.
Mankini.
I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to try them on.
Nor
dude.
do I think you can try them on.
It's so basically you try it on, you buy it.
Well, why is that? What if it doesn't fit proper?
I mean,
Nobody wants your balls rubbing against their product, man.
that's right.
Oh yes, they do.
Well, not just that. It's not the balls. That thing rides pretty high in the crack, so I think.
That too.
Oh,
have to
that's a
make sure
good
you have
point.
to-
You have to
Okay,
go through all of them and make sure they were,
that's fair. Okay, all
they
right.
didn't
I'll
have the
give them
streaky
that.
browns on
Actually, that's a
them.
good point. Do I have to do a little bit of a tidy back there? Shit.
I mean,
Yes.
listen. If you want the most money
you
in your
should be doing that
OnlyFans,
anyway.
but if you want the most money in OnlyFans, you better definitely tidy up back there, right?
Well, no, I think I should just be the me I am.
It's true. Pay for it. That's fucking true.
Corn and all.
Oh Lord. Oh wow.
What does this have to do with music?
Soundtracks, I don't know. Dave, what's the soundtrack to your OnlyFans account? What's that?
Ooh, that you know what? I just really put that on and do a nice little dance. Okay.
I'm thinking it's My Dingling. That's probably.
Ooh, good call out. That is a great
Oh,
one.
that's a
My
Chuck Berry
ding-a-ling,
deep cut.
Indeed,
my
indeed.
ding-a-ling.
Oh God.
Won't
So
you-
movies and music. All right.
Actually, I had one. Only Famous.
Oh yeah. The Kurt,
Almost
not
famous.
Kurt Russell.
Not only
Almost.
famous.
That was
Almost
that-
famous.
Almost.
Cameron Crowe directed it,
Yeah.
and Russell.
That was a good flick too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cameron Russell.
I actually had the
Russell Crowe. Sorry.
the special edition that came with the CD, and it was the band from the movie Stillwater.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it had like
nice.
Fever Dog and shit.
That's fun.
Yeah,
Nice.
That's really fun. That's really cool that they actually made that whole thing for that movie,
Yeah,
which is freaking sick. Yeah. That's
That was
awesome.
good.
I like that.
Another one would be "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou."
Yeah.
yep.
That's a
Yeah,
classic.
that's a classic.
Even though I didn't think I was going to like it, and it's been done so many times, but I mean, I'm sure it's been great every time. A Star Is Born, the one that just came out with Lady Gaga
Oh yeah,
recently, and they're really, everyone loves them.
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper, yeah.
Was that the one where he's semi-famous? She comes along and ends up being.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that movie. I can't really speak to the songs because I don't really remember the songs. It was
Yeah.
one of those stupid things where my wife turns it on and I'm like, okay, whatever. And I happen to start watching just to see. And yeah, I got up 2 hours later. I was like, shit, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, that was the same with me. Because like, let's watch this. I'm like, all right.
Yeah,
whatever.
well, I was like,
no, it was really good. Music was good.
The
fun
music,
story.
the video, like everything about it was good. I
good.
liked it. Yeah, it was good.
But that's again, like, I know it's not technically about a musician, but it's kind of that same kind of vein.
The musician's part of the story, and
Yeah.
they do a good job on it. It's
Really
it's
good
great.
job.
It's really nice. It's good.
Bradley Cooper's the man.
Yeah,
Because
that was a good
What
one.
about Walk Hard?
Walk
the Dewey
Hard.
Cox, the
Yeah,
Dewey
that's a
Cox
fun story.
I have not seen that yet.
God,
it's fucking,
It's
did you
it's
like
brilliant?
did you like Walking Tall or not Walking Tall? What's
Walk
his
the
faces?
Line.
Walk the Line.
I don't think I've seen that.
Johnny
The
Cash.
Johnny Cash, the Johnny Cash story.
I haven't seen that actually.
Oh well, you should watch that for sure.
Did you like the comedy of Talladega Nights? If you liked both of these things,
This is the movie for you. It was okay. It was cute.
Wayne's World was a good one for
Wayne's
a
World.
soundtrack.
Yeah, good call.
For sure.
Yeah.
Wayne's World, that soundtrack.
That soundtrack. That
was-
soundtrack.
I want to say that soundtrack was the best soundtrack I ever heard. It was quintessential for me. I mean, our friendship too, but like that soundtrack was like everything. I got that for my birthday one year. Fuck, I
Yeah.
wore out that tape. Yes, people, cassette tapes.
Yep. Hey, it wasn't an 8-track. We're not that
That's
old.
not old, that old.
God.
Yeah, but no, I loved it, and I
Wasn't-
mean,
wasn't on a wax cylinder.
yeah,
Geez.
exactly. And I mean that soundtrack brought Queen out of obscurity and
Yep.
made them
Well, not necessarily. I
awesome.
wouldn't say obscurity.
Yeah,
Not
I would-
obscurity, maybe the wrong
Made
choice of
them
words, sorry.
popular again for
yeah.
our generation. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Fucking Highlander wasn't doing it, so you know.
Which is too bad because that, again,
That's what I'm saying.
great movie, great soundtrack. Love
Agreed.
it. Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah.
But
but there could be only one, and it's
Now,
Wayne's
no,
World.
now again, like we've spoken about before, they only actually ever made one Highlander movie.
That's true.
They
And,
haven't
and
made
a couple
it-
of TV shows.
No.
The TV shows I'll give
Never
a little bit of a
happened.
nod to. No.
The show was good,
If
dude.
it was on the USA channel, never happened.
Oh, come on now.
No, never
Come
happened.
on now.
Never happened.
That's not cool.
Thunder in Paradise, never happened.
That was the best Hulk Hogan show ever. It
It was fun.
was great.
Never happened.
Thunder in fucking paradise.
Go USA channel.
Speaking of musical television, I mean, that's what people think about is Thunder in Paradise, which Hulk Hogan on
Yeah.
a cool boat.
Yeah.
That
That is an old.
He's a recording artist.
he is that. I mean,
Didn't he do a rap song in the 80s?
I'm sure he
Did he?
Well, I know there was the theme song to American Made or whatever, and I think he did do a rap song or some sort of song.
Oh, yeah. It was like some sort of like, hey, kids, don't do drugs.
Yeah.
Oh,
for
no.
sure.
WWF
Was that-
superstar rap or
Was that the
something.
workout tape? I don't know.
I
Workout tape. Fucking Hulk Hogan. Oh shit. Anyways,
Yeah, I don't know what
I'll
to say
see
now.
I got nothing on that one.
I got nothing.
That threw me for a loop.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
I
Yeah.
don't know. There's a lot. It was hard to pick many, or like narrow it down for me, because there's so many. Like I said with the Star Wars, and then Fifth Element
Oh
has
yeah.
a great soundtrack, and then there's that
Unbelievable.
crazy
Mhm.
opera thing in the
Techno
middle,
opera thing.
techno opera
The
thing.
techno opera.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
really
good
super
call.
crazy.
Good call.
Yeah. Is that Baz Luhrmann again?
No, it's not.
Who did that one? No.
Luc Besson.
Thank you, Luc Besson. Sorry, I get him and Baz Luhrmann mixed up for some reason.
You
My
just
bad.
like saying Baz Luhrmann.
I do like saying Baz
You just
Luhrmann.
like saying,
But
I
no,
just
but
like
no,
saying Baz
it's not
Luhrmann.
that. There's a visual appeal that Luc Besson and Baz Luhrmann have. Like, they have a very similar visual stylings, and that's why I mix up movies. sometimes.
That's a good. I like your description on why you mix it up all the time.
Oh my god. Jesus.
Your excuse.
Did you even know that was directed by Luc Besson? Of course you did. Fuck off.
It's Baz Luhrmann. What?
What are you talking about? Baz Luhrmann did The Professional too, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He
Yeah.
did. That's why it was so musical and frilly. That's right. That's what that movie was known for. That's right.
An Italian
What is
hit,
happening?
An Italian
Okay.
hitman.
And I'm killing you. And I'm killing you. Sorry.
Slap, 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 slap.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad movie idea. I'm kind of on board for this. Slappity slap 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 is slappity.
A musical version of Assassins.
Just go around slap.
That's got you in the corner. And now you can't go anywhere. I'm about to slap you.
Slappity, slap, 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 slap.
The rest of our episode, us singing.
So we should do that.
slap.
You know,
Just slap over
yeah.
and over.
Slap the musical.
Eventually, our musical episode is coming. That will happen.
Oh, help
Well,
the
I'll have to-
listeners.
Words for sure. Oh my god. Look the song.
I don't know what else to say now.
I got
I got
know.
nothing.
Keep-
That was
keep
that was
throwing
good.
ourselves out of our momentum for sure.
Right.
That was good. That was well,
Well,
done.
I mean, I guess you could say, well, movies would probably not be great without music.
Oh no, you do need music. You do.
Like
Yeah,
even
no, you
like
do.
even when the moving pictures came to be, that's what you had the guy in the honky tonk
Yep.
piano.
Yep. That's right.
And
Then
then
he
you
ran
have the
away.
words come up on the screen, right?
Yeah.
So,
It's,
yeah.
it's interesting that music enhances video when it should distract you from it, but it doesn't do that. You know what I mean?
Your brain seems to be able to intake both the visual and the auditory at that same
Yeah.
and accept that it's happening.
It's a very interesting phenomenon that we
Mhm.
never touch upon. I think that's really cool.
Because like try and watch something and listen, like try and watch an episode of The Simpsons and listen to a record at the
It's-
same time.
you
It just
can't.
doesn't happen. It
Doesn't,
doesn't
no.
work.
Doesn't
No.
well, no,
It does
right?
take a skill to mix the music properly into what you're visually experiencing. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I guess that's why there would be awards categories for such
Indeed.
things, right? Like,
I haven't watched an award show in 20 years.
but you have
missed out.
best score,
Yeah.
Best soundtrack.
best audio mixing,
It's true.
stuff like that.
Yeah. I want people to get awards. I'm not knocking the awards. It's just one of those good for you, but I'm not going to watch a 2-hour show.
2 hour. I mean, like back in the 70s. It's
Oh, I don't know how long.
it's
they
like
actually
4.5
are.
hours
When
now.
they had 6 movies.
Yeah, that was like fucking 4.5, 5 hours per.
I will
show.
say though, that probably what I need though is really to go on site join this session with all these lovely people and just really experience it firsthand. So please send the invitations out. I'll happily join this year.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. We should, you want to send us media passes?
You can send
for
them
the
to
SC podcast?
Sarcastic Distractions,
Yep.
care of
Yeah.
P.O. Box 973.
Wait, don't put with. We making a P.O. box over. What? 973. People are gonna start fucking sending shit to P.O. box number. It's like, well,
Well, the first
P.O. box 973. Where is it at?
I don't know. I didn't give them a postal code.
I just sent it in the
I
mail.
don't think there is P.O. boxes in Canada, is there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, nice.
You can still have them.
For
Oh, nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Cool.
Yeah, we can. I'm debating us getting one for so people can send us stuff, but then I'm like, don't want people to send us stuff. I don't know, that's a good idea.
All tens of our fans
Yeah,
who could
yeah,
probably
fans.
drive to our houses anyway.
Right, that's right. I could drop off stuff. Be like, here, I wanted to send the mail, but I didn't know what the P.O. box number was.
Yeah,
so I
just drop in the
dropped it off
mailbox, please.
in your house.
My
Yeah.
mailbox,
Yeah,
of course.
exactly.
Yeah.
For sure.
P.O. Box, my mailbox.
For sure. Maybe they could send us some really great films with soundtracks on them. Yeah, that was a great soundtrack. Score, I should say, was The Godfather. I think that's probably one of the reasons why it's elevated to masterpiece status.
Classic sound, yeah.
Yeah. Timeless.
Martin Scorsese always has good stuff going on in his soundtracks.
Yeah, he's never done any wrong when it comes
And
to that.
Goodfellas was a good,
Mhm.
really good soundtrack.
Yeah, Goodfellas is great.
Movies would be nothing without the music.
You do need a
It'd
music.
just
It
be
would not be the same impact, that's for
like
sure.
a weird filmed play,
Well, sometimes.
like a play.
Yeah.
That's exactly what
Yeah,
it would be.
a play.
Not a
It'd be a
singing,
play.
not a singing play.
Not a,
A singing play. It'd be a
Not a
play.
singing play, just a play.
That's exactly what it would be.
For real,
It'd be a
real.
Play for real. People just talking and doing
Talking.
stuff and
Just
acting.
talking.
talking.
much
No more
talking.
talking.
No
Yeah.
more. Actually.
Those fellows that go out and write films and direct films where they just have people talking constantly with no audio in the background, no music at all. It's just two people or three or whatever talking about stuff. God, it's annoying.
Hey.
Wait, you did that?
What?
You bad man.
What are we talking
You're a
about?
bad
Shut up.
man.
You guys don't even
Why
know.
was there no music?
There was music.
There was music, but again, it's what's his name? Smith.
Or Guy Ritchie or
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much anybody.
Yeah,
that
where they would
finished their
have
dialogue.
long scenes of just dialogue with actually no music.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, don't get me wrong. In the overall movie, yes, there's background music.
But
there's
you
songs,
do
but
need, like, that does take a special grouping to do that, right? Because
yes,
you have to have faith in your cast to do that, but
Yeah.
also you have to faith in yourself to not include that music and let that sit on its own. Which
yeah.
you know,
Well, and
doesn't
again,
happen.
it's not the entire movie has no
No.
music by any stretch. It's just that there are moments where it's just two people or like three people talking for an hour with
Yeah.
no background music.
nothing.
Never happened.
Never happened.
That's some like weird German expressionist crap.
I love that it's German.
art house film shit from Germany. That's right. Never watched that.
Yeah, duh.
Ridiculous.
Duh.
Duh.
No, wrong language.
Of course, it's black and white too, isn't it?
Yeah.
it definitely is. Actually, no, it's art house. It's probably sepia.
It's
probably
it's the blackest of blacks and whites.
and whites. Yeah,
It's the blackest of whites as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Oy
it
vey.
is,
The
yeah,
entire
for
movie is
sure,
just
for
black.
sure, Yeah.
It's just a dark
Just
screen.
One black
No
screen
way.
A
No
dark
way.
screen with no audio.
That's right.
starring black.
People will be lining up for weeks.
There is none more black than this film.
There's none more black. She's the blackest of films.
Didn't somebody do that back in the day for the ratings board? They made a video that was like 6 hours or something long that had nothing in it, but they had to watch it start to finish for rating
Oh
or
my
something.
God.
I have a memory of this.
Talk about a
I could be
You
wrong.
might be right, but could you imagine having to be on the ratings board for that
Yeah.
film? Like,
Fuck.
oh,
I
fuck's
think-
sakes.
If I was the guy who made that movie about 3.5 hours into it, I just audio would come on going. And that's it.
Yeah, I can remember a story about this back in the day. I'll have to research that
I'm
again.
curious to know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
Cool.
right. Well, would we like to talk more about soundtracks in film?
I'm
Do you have
good.
any other?
No,
I'm
it's just a
good.
thing that should be.
Should
It
be.
is, should be. And it is.
It's so important.
A
and
movie
integral.
a movie without music is like an ice cream without a cone.
Yeah.
Well, depending on the ice cream, I'm actually okay with it.
Yeah,
but,
sometimes you don't want to cone. But I think I get your
But I understand.
Shut up, heathen.
I will call one thing. It's not quite to what you described about the no music, but I was able to see a portion of Matrix before it was fully out in theaters because
Okay.
I'm part of the Cool Kids Club.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it had no audio sound effects, no music. It was
Okay.
just the people speaking. All other audio was
That'd be
not
weird.
available.
Yeah.
We only watched like maybe 10 minutes of it because it was weird.
Whoa.
I watched a version of X-Men Origins, the
Oh,
Wolverine one, before it had all the visual effects in it.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Because then you'd have like weird, like drawn animatics for the backgrounds of
Yeah.
certain things, and it's like, hey, that's craft paper.
Yeah.
I've watched numerous projects where they've extended or added scenes using drawings or using little audio
Yeah.
cues and things like that. It does make it weird, but gives you something.
Well, you got to do it on. I
Yeah.
understand the reasoning for it while it's being made. It's just funny to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually, like, so you have to realize that, like, with someone, like, imagine a chase scene where it's like this guy's chasing this guy, came from, a little action figure. It's doop, 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 doop. You have to be like, how do I make this into the big screen? And then,
Yep.
Oh, one of the coolest things I've ever seen was Robert Rodriguez on his DVD. Remember when DVDs had special features?
Yep.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Yep.
He'd put what he'd call 10-minute film school.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a little 10-minute clip of things you could do in the comfort
Oh,
of your own
nice.
home to
Yep.
make it more cinematic. And he took a toy train set and had the camera shoot the train coming at the camera or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay, now watch this twice. And the first one's just going to be the original. And the second one, we're going to put an actual train sound effect over top of it and tell me what you think. And the first
Yeah.
one's like, hey, that's a toy train.
Yeah.
And the second one's like, hey, that's a
That's
train.
a train.
It's neat how
That's the way your
again,
brain
how
consumes
audio
it.
and
Yeah.
and music and wrapping
Yeah.
it all up. I guess it amplifies what you're
Trying
seeing.
to actually
Yeah.
get across.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's pretty fantastic.
That is cool.
That is really cool.
It's a wonderful thing.
And good job on Rodriguez giving back like that. It's awesome.
It's
Showing
a
us all.
wonderful life.
Showing us all it can be done.
It can be done.
It can be done.
You can do it too.
That's right. Just like the Mandalorian says, this is the way. And on that note,
I don't
know where that come from. I don't know. fucking Mandalorian shit we're talking about.
Never happened.
Yeah.
Still haven't watched.
You're weird. But banging soundtrack. I love their
Mhm.
soundtrack. That music's awesome. Okay, girls, you. And you out there. You got any favorite film soundtracks? You got any scores out there? What is it about music that makes film fun for you? Maybe you don't care. Maybe you think we're idiots. We want to know. Please interact with us. Let us know in our comment section down below what you think and all that good stuff about soundtracks and stuff. And we are also we now, if you feel like you like what you're listening to and you want to give us $1 or $2 or whatever, we got to buy me a coffee link. You could throw money to that and help support Sarcastic Distractions in its current iteration if you like having fun with us. For anybody out there that's feeling like they're not feeling so great upstairs and mentally, we just want you to know that you matter, not just to us, but to those around you. And we're going to have links in our description for you if you are looking for help to get yourself checked out mentally, as it's important in today's society. But until next time, I've been Harvey.
Dave Sugargold.
Hold me closer, tiny dancer.
And that was Tony Danza.
That was well done.
Oh,
It's
I
Tony
made you.
Danza. It's Tony Danza.
Who's the boss? Is it you or Mona?
Yeah, that's right. That's the song.
Nice.
That's how it goes, right?
Yeah, it's a song about who's the boss.
It's because it was Elton John's favorite show, right? Yeah, okay, that's right.
We're close, Tony Danza.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a massive crush on him and everything.
Oh,
It
I
was the whole
gotcha.
thing.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, just like
Nice.
that. AJ helps you get sarcastically distracted. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Take care. All. Bye now.
Bye now.